Hey everyone, I started an Etsy store a few months ago, and in today's video, I'll be sharing everything I've learned from setting up the store to sell digital products and how much I've made thus far, including the surprising reality of what it takes to actually set up a store. So if you are considering Etsy as a form of side hustle, then stick around because I'm going to be sharing the real struggle behind it all. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kyle, a stay-home mom, and I'm on a mission to achieve financial freedom. So this channel, I share everything that I have tried as a form of side hustle to make extra income. If that sounds interesting to you, then hit the subscribe button and join me along. So if you guys have been following my channel, you guys know that I am an Excel enthusiast. I love creating templates and I have created multiple templates for my own personal use to stay organized, to track tasks, to manage my expenses. I even created a template to track my kitchen inventory. Yep, I know it sounds pretty crazy. But generally, my friends and family love the templates that I've created, and I have even created for them as well. And that actually gave me an idea. Why not just sell these templates since I've already created them for personal use of my friends and family? And I came across a lot of success stories on people selling digital products on Etsy. And some of these people don't even have expertise in creating spreadsheets. And I really thought that if they can do it, then so can I. Because I'm already sitting on this set of templates that I had already created. All I have to do is just package it and sell it on the platform. So I thought this is going to be a perfect opportunity to give Etsy a shot. But what I didn't realize is how much of time actually goes in to do that packaging to sell the product. So creating a template was actually the easy part because I already had these templates. The real challenge was designing the listing. It took me over 4 hours just to create one listing. From doing the design to coming up with the guide on how to use the template, coming up with the description of my listing, doing up the short video to put out on Etsy, and the list goes on. So one of the most common tips if you have watched some of these videos on how to become successful on Etsy is actually to sell a product that has high search volume but really low competition. I think this is a good advice to follow, but in my case, I couldn't follow this typical advice because I had already created these templates, and it just so happened that these templates actually fall into the high search volume and high competition category. So I kind of knew that I'm going to enter this huge ocean of high competition area to sell my product, and I'm going to run the risk of not having enough sales or even maybe zero sales. But I still did it. So before I listed the product, I actually just wanted to see how high or how bad the competition is. So for example, I just typed in simple expense tracker on Etsy, and wow, the competition is real. Look at the number of listings that are there, and most of these listings actually belongs to the same seller. So I am really competing with a very well-established seller in this field. And from this, you can already see that you actually need more than one listing to even stand a chance for people to click into your shop and view your product. You probably need dozens of listings to even stand out, especially if you're considering to sell digital products on Etsy. And by the way, if you don't already know, every listing costs some small amount of money. You have to pay 20 cents for every listing, and this listing will only be valid for 4 months. At the end of the 4 months, you need to renew the listing by paying another 20 cents again. So can you imagine putting up 50 listings and paying 20 cents for all these listings? That is $10 down the drain if you do not make any sales. And it's not just about the listing, it's also about the time that you're going to invest to create this listing. Like what I mentioned earlier, I took 4 hours just to create one listing. And doing 50 listings, that's going to take up so much of my time to create this Etsy store, hoping that someone would pick on my product and purchase the product. So I know you've been waiting for the answer. So how much did I actually make selling my digital products on Etsy? The truth is, I made $0. Yes, that's right. So for my first listing on Automated Task Tracker, I actually made 2 sales. But these 2 sales were actually by myself and my sister because we were just doing a test to see if everything was okay. But other than that, there were no sales done on that. And I felt that that's probably because this automated task tracker was on Excel and there was no option to use it on Google Sheets. So then I created my second listing, which is a simple expense tracker on Google Sheets. I personally feel it's super easy to use this platform to track your finances. But I guess, like what I said, it's a very high competition to sell simple expense tracker. So I guess that's the reason why no one has actually bought my product. So at this point, I actually want to talk about this term called selection bias. It's like only winners get to tell their stories, and that's what you are actually exposed to, while those who struggle or losers, they don't actually get to share their stories. So similarly, in Etsy, the sellers who actually made a lot of profits, these videos are actually what you get to see most of the time, and not the ones where people have struggled or even have made losses. So I actually want to share that there are actually many stores out there who are not making any sales yet, similar to my situation. And it really takes up a lot of time and being consistent in this field. So as for me, although I've not made any sales, I'm not going to quit selling on Etsy. This is a platform that I see some potential in. So I'm going to continue putting up listing on my Etsy store, and I might even consider creating new listing based on the high search volume and low competition technique that many of these successful sellers have shared. So do keep a lookout on my video that will be coming out in about a few months time, where I will update how that has gone for me in terms of selling digital products on Etsy. By the way, if you are interested to check out my Etsy store, then I will leave the link to the store in the description box below. So if you have a similar experience selling on Etsy, then do share them in the comment section below. I would love to read them. And if you have liked this video, you might be interested in checking out this video here, where I share my personal experience on trying out paid online survey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.